Let me see if I can zoom in. I can a little bit. I'm gonna move the iPad out of the way. It's in the way. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to set it up. I haven't been going live. Been too busy, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Just find him. Unfortunately, I gotta look for myself on the internet, which is weird. But let's see. Here we go. Got the volume down. That way I can see your chat if you say something. All right, so I'm just messing around with this. I just got it. I'm trying it again, see if I can gel with it. It's got, its quirks and things that need to be worked out, of course. But I guess that's part of the gear life, right? What's up, Sim City? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, it's today you get a little bit older, huh? Yeah. I thought we stopped counting after 21. Some people still count. I don't know. All right. OPX, yeah. So I'm trying out. I don't know if you guys know who Sound Ghost is. He's he puts out presets for a various amount of different devices or whatever. And one of them obviously is the OPXY. He does the OP1 field. He does some of the electron stuff, and he's got some pretty good stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm using you can't see it because I don't have it here, but it's my launch key. I'm using a Bluetooth into here because you can Bluetooth, right? And so what I did was I started with this first channel. Here, I can just do that. I can mute the other channels. So I came up with this little something like that. Then I put some swing on it because you can hold this down and put swing on it, right? Let me see if I can get it louder because it is. Is that louder or is that the? I'm gonna get the speaker. All right. Hopefully that's loud enough where y'all can hear it, because I don't think I can get it much louder unless I run it through a something else to get it louder. Let me see if I can move this tablet out of the way and bring the speaker closer. Hopefully you guys can hear that. So anyway, this is he has this preset. This is from what's his name? Colors and Sound, Colors and Sound. Why can't I see oh, there it is. Colors and Sound makes this package called the Love, what is it? My brain is having a moment. Let me pull it up and tell you exactly what it is so you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, this sounds terrible. He makes a bunch of different packages. I bought them all, right? It's called Low End Theory, and it's basically just drums. So he put together some drum packages. Which I think sounds really good. Now, mind you, if I put this on some better speakers, it would sound way better than what it sounds like right now. I'm just rocking with this little sound. Can you guys even see this speaker? Nope. Oh, let me move this out of the way. Let me unplug this. One day, I think I'm going to invest in some speakers again. I used to have speakers, but I got rid of them because I could never turn them up. But if I'm doing YouTube videos, sometimes it's nice to have it. So this is a little Soundcore speaker, if you guys can see it. I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe it'll help with the volume. So I got this muted just so you can only hear one track. So what I love about this like Drumbo is that you can have, this is one bar. And then I can put some step components and tell it like I don't want it to play but one time. Or I could switch it and have it go 4 bars and then it only plays once. Or I can copy it and, and do that, and shift it over. I just got to remember all the steps because I haven't done it in a minute. So see how I basically added a step, but it's nothing there. Nothing there. All right, I'm gonna put it back to 1 just so you can see it. So then on this next track, which I need to put in, I'm just adding a snare. So let's look at track 2. Is just right on this one. If I hold it down, I can nudge it. You can see that you can nudge it which way you want it to go. You can play this in, by the way. You don't have to program it. I just programmed the drums, but because it was just easy to do it that way. Then that one's hitting on. Then I can add some swing to it, some groove to it. Right? And there's different types of groove settings that you can use. Yeah, sounds all right. Okay, yeah, it could be better. I'll work on getting it better. I'm probably just gonna have to get another speaker for this type of stuff, because I am gonna do some SP stuff. By the way, I'm gonna do some SP stuff. I'm gonna start with this because it's what I have right now. All right, so then I added in, number 3, which is the hi-hats, and I just put them every other hat. And then you can do this thing where you hit the random velocity on it. So then I randomize each step by just going shift, hold the step, hit the random button, or hit the velocity button and then random. Or you can select velocities or play it in, however you want to do it. You could play it in, it's probably just as good. But so if you listen to, it's actually randomizing that without me having to do, because I mean, I could play it on this keyboard and get the velocity too. It's back. Yeah, it's back. You know, it would have never left, but the crashing was insane. They put an update out that's fixed some of the crashing issues, and it's actually playing pretty good so far. Yeah, so I haven't had any troubles thus far. Let's put that back on. And then I added in the kick. So now you have. I like to put my drums on each separate tracks, because if you want to like send this stuff out, it's easier that way. Otherwise, everything's on the same thing. And it's the same thing I'm going to do with the SP. I put everything on different tracks. So, hey, Ali Star, what's up, man? So I'm on track number 5. So this is a preset from Sound Ghost. It's a multi-sample preset. And you can't see it on camera, but I'm using my actual keyboard. And what's cool is I can scale lock this thing, right? I can scale lock the keyboard. So let's pick something like Dorian, something that'll be easier to. I'm gonna scale lock it. So on each track, you got 24 polyphony, right? 24 no polyphony. So that means only 24 notes can play per step at a time. So that's not hard though, because think about it, 8 notes on a track, right? So if you do up to 8, your piano fingers are only going to do so many, right? And that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes right there. So you can do up to 8 on a track pretty good, and it's not an issue. You can also use scaler if you want. I mean, you could put scaler on and do it. I'm not going to do it right now just because I'm using, I got my tablet doing so I can look at your comments. Man, got any XY again? Man, got an XY again. Yeah, so if you want to know the story, not that I have to tell the story, but I'm going to tell you the story. What happened was I sent it back because I was sick of all the stupid crashing. Then maybe 2-3 weeks later, a month later or something, they came out with a update to fix the crashing. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll explore it again. but I ain't paying full price, right? I'm not about that. So the first time when I got it, I paid full price just to see what it was like. And when I realized it was not on point, I was like, I'm sending it back. So I got my money back, which is fine. This time around, I got it for let's see, 5, 6, 7. I got it probably like $800 off. So you can imagine getting $800 off is pretty huge. And it was just a return that somebody sent back that they marked down. Part of the reason they marked it down is whoever returned it did not return the cable, the charge cable, but who cares about that? That's a USB-C cable. And they didn't return the those little Velcro wheel things that go on the back. Y'all seen that before? You know, you can Velcro, it's kind of dingy too, but you can Velcro it to something if you want. So they didn't return the Velcro. And you think I care about Velcro? Not really. So if you can get $800 something off of it to not have Velcro, I mean, and a cable, why not, right? I double checked all the notes to make sure no buttons were sticking or not triggering right. Everything seems to be fine, so I'm cool with that. Yeah, so that's why I returned it, and that's why I got this one. So I was gonna pick it up later anyway. I was just waiting for a later date when they fix stuff. Let's record something on this track here. So I'm gonna set this track to 4 bars. I could scale it down even further, which I think I might. So let's scale it. I put 4 bars. Where's the scale at? Come on. That is the groove. Thought the scale was the last one. I'm forgetting where stuff is. I gotta remind myself where it is. Hold on, let me see. Okay, that's that. Let's do the scale. How in the world did I forget this already? It's only been a month. I forgot how to scale the track, guys. It's terrible. Let me see. No. Is it this one? Nope, that's still groove. This is shape, groove, length, and quantization, which I really don't need on. I'm going to turn the quantization. We'll turn it on about 25 because I don't know how I have to get used to it again. Like I said, it's been a while since I did it. Oh, that's right. The scales are right here. I'm tripping. Yeah, so there you go. So 4 bars and then another, I think it's what, 4 bars per step or something like that. Okay, good. Let's record that. Messed up, so I'm gonna redo it. Let me see, how do I delete this? Clear, I think it's here. Clear notes. Yeah. Clear all, clear notes. Clear all. Hopefully they didn't clear all. I think it's, oh yeah, it's just per track. Okay, good. Good. But why didn't it clear? Okay. All right, let's try this again. Now I forgot what chords I was playing. Let's vibe out to this melody. add to this thing, and maybe they will down the road, but I wish they would add MIDI capture. I love that in Ableton, and that's one of my favorite features. By the way, the speaker looks stupid on here. Let me just move it back a little bit. So that way when I capture, I hit hits on my like, I'm like, oh, what did I just play? And I can just capture it. It'd be sweet. Let's try it. Hold up. Why is it not locking it in? Okay. I know what I did wrong. Go back in here. That's how you go through the bars. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put that back at 1, scale it to 1. We'll do 4 bars because that's actually more bars. So like if you do 4, if you scale it to 4, it's actually like 8 bars versus the 4 bars that you had. So I gotta remember that. I'll be forgetting stuff too easy. Only thing I haven't forgot is how to use the SP. All right, let's just record. Oh, it's locked into 1, isn't it? I think I cheat. No, did I change it? Scale 1 track, 1 track 1 scale. Weird. Oh, it's stuff already in there. No wonder. I keep forgetting I gotta clear it too. If you keep hitting, you go through the parts. So here's 1 bar, 2nd bar, 3rd bar, 4th bar. And so you have to remember to clear, if we're playing 4 bars, you gotta clear it out all the way if you mess up. I'm only gonna use 3 notes. Let's try that. Why is it doing that? Timing is way off or something's off. Hold on, I gotta figure it out. All right, it's only 4 bars. Why is it doing this? Get my timing now. It's weird. It's weird because it's like doing the. Hold on. All right, let's see if this is because I have the quantize off. Shouldn't be, right? I'm gonna put the quantize on. Why is it length 100? I mean 60. Length. I'm not sure what length means. All right, start at the beginning. Let's try it again. Weird. Come on now, we don't want double triggers or we're gonna be sending you back. So this is what this is real, right? I'm not showing you I'm not faking or trying to make it like, because I don't want to give you false information. It's on track 2 is something there. Clear all. Just hold it down, it should clear it. All right. The double trigger stuff will drive me nuts on any device. All right, so let's see if we can do it. Going backwards and playing awkward. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Okay, Let's see. Let's do this. Pro tip: do not play. What did you say? Do not place this on top of the car. Yeah, definitely don't do that. That is a pro tip, and you know that tip should be highlighted when you sell anything to anybody. Do not place this on top of your car, especially when putting kids in. You will forget. Yeah. I wonder if that'll. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so it's not. The one thing with MIDI is weird, though. It's not. Let's see if that works. Yeah, see, it only plays one note. So it's not capturing the MIDI unless I'm recording it. So let's play it on here. I don't even know what notes I'm playing. Hold on. Let's take that off and see if it works now. Oh, that's frustrating. Clear all. Let's try that. So what I'm doing now is just testing stuff out, because for some reason whatever was going on, it was like triggering weirdly. So I'm trying to see if I can just play straight in. So all right, so we're gonna play that on the second track. There we go. All right, cool, it's working. It's just me. Happy for you, sir, that you're back jamming. I know you didn't stop, but some cool toys in the box. Appreciate that, Crazy Wabbit. Yes, and there's more, because the SP is coming back for sure. That'll be here soon. And I'm also decided to go back to playing some of my bass, because I had stopped for a while and I would just play it on the keys. But I kind of miss having the guitar. I'm a guitarist at first, and then bass is like, you know, probably my third instrument, because keys came first technically. Yeah, so I'm going back. I used to play the bass on every song I did with the bass guitar, but then I stopped for a little while because it just got more convenient to use Trillion from the Omnisphere Trillion. You guys know what that is, or what that is rather, Spectrasonics. So I started using that, which is really good and it works for recording. But the problem is when I want to, and I'll tell you, I got that thing because I wanted the upright bass, and I can't afford an upright bass to have a real one and the upkeep for it. So the upright bass in that thing is phenomenal. So I wanted another guitar, and I wanted a jazz guitar. So I do have a jazz guitar. I'll show you guys probably in a couple weeks once it gets here. So that's coming from Japan. So I wanted mine from Japan just because I like the way they are really detail oriented with their instruments they make. So Fender has a shop in Japan, in case you don't know that, and you can get their Fender bass, and they make what they call a junior jazz bass. So it's like a 30-inch bass. Normally you look at like 34-inch on a bass on a regular one. I know Ali Star knows what I'm talking about because he plays bass. So, but anyway, so I'm getting back into it because I have more. I just want to play instruments and have fun, and that's part of having fun. No, I'm not doing no AliExpress. I'm picky when it comes to like guitars and bass and like that, because I play and it was my first instrument, so I kind of I don't want something cheap. And here's what I don't like. I don't like buying something where I have to go repair it. I know how to do the repairs, but that takes so much more money. By the time you do that, you might as well just bought the one you want. So I used to do that all the time. I'd buy like a cheap guitar and then I'd gut it out and redo the electronics. And I'm getting old and I don't really want to do all that. I just want to play music. So, but yeah, and you know how I feel about iOS when it comes to bass. There's no real bass sounds on iOS that are, to me, sound like a real authentic bass. They all kind of sound meh, if I would say so. But Trillion is amazing. Ample Sound, if you want amplesound.net, they have amazing bass sounds. So if you're looking for something that's modeled or a sample bass, Trillion, amplesound.net, those are the two that I found that sound really good as far as authentic bass sounds. And otherwise, you need to learn to play a bass. If you don't, to me, in my opinion, otherwise, unless you're gonna play like synth bass, that's a whole different world because you can get plenty of good synth bass out there. Moog makes some good stuff too, by the way. So, all right, where were we? All right, let's make a second track. So I'm using, like I said, I'm using sounds from people. Here's some strings. Let's see. Well, there's strings meaning sample guitars. This takes a little long to load, but these samples are really big. Ooh, some real strings. Let's see. The multi-sample in here is phenomenal, but it does take a little bit of time to load. Kind of reminds me of how the MPC is like that. The MPC takes a little bit of time for each instrument to load. Have you thought about how you will do your camera angle with your guitar? Okay, my bass, I'm not sure if I'm going to be featuring it on videos or anything. My channel is more, I think it's more aimed towards people doing electronic type music and making beats. So if I'll show it on a video, but like playing it on live or anything like that, I probably won't be playing it live. I might play a part live, but I'm not going to feature it, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I don't know yet though. I'm not sure. I might change my mind as I do all the time. This stuff is gonna be really good for cinematic and this is a free pack I'm looking at right now. Let me see what this bass sound like. No, it don't sound. That ain't it for me. I'm sorry, but shout out to John Gordon, who is also known as Colors and Recording or something. I think that's what he's known as. He actually, this is his stuff. Some of this, like this Low End Theory stuff, is really good. I like it. Dust, he makes a pack where it's a lot of dusty sounds. So it takes a second for it to load, so if I'm turning too fast. I'm listening to this first today while I'm on stream too. I'm look, there's a crash. We're back to crashing again. Unbelievable. This kind of stuff, and is the kind of stuff that makes me not happy with a device. Because if there's anything you don't want, is this kind of stuff. Well, you can see it on the screen now. It's not me freezing the stream either. It's literally the device crashing. On live stream, trying to make something with it is not a cool selling point. Not that I'm selling it, but I'm just saying it's crashing. And you see how long it's taking to load? That's a bit frustrating too. So I want to say I'm going to keep this, but I'm really debating on this stream right now with these crashes. Now it's loaded back. Let's see if it saved the song. Well, at least it saved the song, so it auto saved that, which is better than nothing. But yeah, this crashing stuff, man, they got to work on this. All right, let's see. I was looking for something to add to this, but I haven't seen anything that's just striking me. They're making me not happy though with this crash, and I don't like when stuff crashes because this stuff is expensive, and I want to feel like this is the Mellotron he did with these choirs and things. I'm very honest about stuff, and I'm not a fanboy of any particular device. So I'll be very honest with you when I think something is just really bad. And because it crashed, now I gotta go back in here and try to connect the device again. So let's pair it. So that's how you pair it. Go back. So it pairs really fast. They Crash Bandicoot. I used to love that video game. Yeah, that was Crash Bandicoot, exactly. They're making me want to look at an NPC after doing all this. So the NPC at least was holding up. My goodness. I can tell you what, my SP crashed. It was like during the time when I want to say the 404 dropped their update on. The SP would crash a little bit, but it was never crashing. Like, I mean, like I can count maybe like two to three times when I would do certain things that would crash, but it's just weird, man. I don't know. When you spend this much though, you want it to work right? And ain't none of that. Like, takes a second, so I gotta make myself wait. There's a little bar here, which is just a pitch wheel. There's a pitch wheel. So that's what I can use in the pitch wheel on my keyboard, but that's basically what I'm doing. And sometimes it disappears like that because I can't seem to figure out. So it stopped pairing. Look at this. Oh, it says it's paired. Why is it not showing up then? Weird. Oh, the joy of the joys. Birth, I just jumped some scratching on one of my new tracks from my DJs. Oh, nice. I gotta see that. Yeah, I gotta catch your stream, man. I know you're on totally different time zone, so sometimes it's hard to catch it. How much was this used one? This one normally they're about 20. I think they're $23.99. Sorry if I'm late to the stream, but I thought you sent back because of the money of the unit. Yeah, I explained that earlier, but just so you know, like I got it used, and yes, I did send it back, and I got this one used for $1,700 basically. So usually they're about 25, so you could say, I don't know, about $800 off. So if you can get it about $800 off, that's not bad. But like I showed on the stream already, I may not keep it too because it keeps crashing. It crashed already once on stream. We'll see if it does it again, but I can't get my keyboard to connect anymore. Just stopped doing that too. So I don't know the answer. That is a good price, yeah. And there are gonna be more of those out there, so you just have to wait it out. I forgot what button I pressed. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. We're gonna use that one. Okay, so. So what is it doing now? Is it not recording my stuff? Look at this. It recorded the automation but didn't record the notes. Unbelievable. So how much was this update worth to me? That's the question. That is the question. How do you record the automation but don't record the note? See, the notes are there, but it's not recording the actual note. And I'm doing it on the device. Yeah. So, if you ever want to know the truth is it's still buggy, okay? It's very buggy still. You have to be dedicated to being patient with it and wait it out. And I don't know. I don't know if I am or not. We'll see. That's a good price for you. Let's see. OPX hard to work. I don't think it's hard to work with. It's just when it's not working, it's not good. But other than that, it's not hard to work with. I mean, it's like play, start, stop. Everything else, if you want to program a note. So if I want to program that note, hold this down, you can nudge the note. I'm not going to nudge it that way. I'll nudge it this way. But see, it's not recording this note here, which is driving me crazy. So I don't know why it can't. See, on this track. Oh, maybe the track's. Oh my goodness. This is a user error, okay? So sometimes this is why it's a user error. Look at this. I'm going to hold this down. Watch this. This is the tracks, right? Who has the track muted over here? Yours truly. I forgot I muted the tracks to play something, show you in the beginning, and I had the tracks muted. I feel so stupid. Oh, wow. That was terrible. Yep, they won't be calling me to sell nothing to you. Oh, joy. But for some reason, still my keyboard is not working, so I need to figure out what is going on. So I'm going to unpair it and then pair it again. Now it's working. Okay, joy. So look, I totally blanked on having that muted. So now let's go back to the tracks. Okay, we're back to action. Sorry about that. Here we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Again, forgetting to do stuff. Happens a lot with me, obviously. I forgot to clear all the data from the previous record, so let's try it again. This is the learning woes that I'm up against. Oh, hold on. And now the keyboard doesn't play again. I would blame that one on me, but you know. Did I set this for 4 bars? I did. Now it's recording again. So great. You're doing good. So far, so good. So yeah, you can laugh because I believe me, I'm laughing too at myself. It's like, you know, the human error does exist within us all. And wait, when am I making a new album? Oh, so I am still working on an album. I am about 4 tracks deep. This next album is a little bit darker. It's more reflective on the woes of life, I'm gonna call it. That's not what the name of the album's called, but there's a song called that. But it's kind of reflective on mistakes. It's reflective on problems, things I went through in life, negative things. Some things are stories from other people that they told me that kind of inspired me to write songs. So I'm kind of living some life to go through some things. Obviously, I'm gonna go through some things. But then there's 4 songs I've finished already, and it's gonna be like 10 tracks. And then which is kind of a trilogy. If you look at the last 3 albums, the last 2 have been kind of my life, but in a story format and more cinematic. And then this new one is kind of the last portion of it, which is more like the woes of the life portion. And I might do something happy after that. Might go with a happy album, but this is like kind of the complete of the trilogy for the album. So there are $3 on Bandcamp if you want to grab one, or if you can grab all my albums. I think it's like $15 for every one of them, and you can have them all. I keep them cheap because I want anybody and everybody that wants to even listen to it to have it. But it's, if you can't afford that, and let's say you have Spotify, you can listen on Spotify because it's on there. My keyboard is still not working. I don't know what that is about. The MIDI portion is driving me crazy because it should just pair. It pairs fast, but it quickly loses it too. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. Go back to the track. Let's record it. So, by the way, if you're wondering about this, I'm gonna erase this and I'll redo it so you can see it. So if you hit bar over here, you have 4 bars, right? But the scale right here below, you can change this track scale. So a bar could equal up to 8 bars, right? And then you have 4 equal 8, so you got 64, I think is what it is. So you got a lot of room. It's basically like 8 bars you could do, which is a lot for most people because some people don't need that. And then of course you can go in and do these different scenes where you can make your sequences and put them in order. It's a little hard to keep track of because they have the tracks numbered, and of course there's a mixer and everything. They have the track, they don't have the actual blocks of clips numbered or something where you could kind of remember what you did. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that in case you were wondering. All right, cool. Let's record that again since I keep messing up. Oh, that was a lot of skill. Pretty easy to fix. Hit record and play, and then it waits for you. You can either program it or I'm gonna play it. So, oops, messed up. I'm gonna erase that because it'll keep the automation in there. It's playing the automation of me using this pitch wheel. Here we go. Can you make live instruments on there like saxophone? Yeah. Can you play it into here? Yeah. So you have on the side here, you have, this is your audio out, right? Then you have MIDI sync, MIDI. This is an aux in. You have USB-C, so you can run you can run a USB-C and record like from your computer or your iPad or your MPC. Or you could use the microphone. So there's a microphone on deck, which is really powerful. And then there's a guy online on YouTube, I forgot what his name is. He's super cool. He writes like whole songs on the OP1 field, and he records in his tracks that way. But you can do it in here. Now the thing about this is more of a sequencer. So you got 20 seconds per key. Oops. 20 seconds per key that you can record in. If you hit the sample button, I'm not going to do this, but I'll do it for you to see. You can hold down and sample right in from wherever source you want. So let's get out of here. Let's go back to our tracks. Plus, there's performance effects. So if I go into here, live like that. You can record those. You have two effects tracks with each one has so basically you can run two effects at the same time. But on the master chain, you have saturation. You have your limiter and master here for the percussion versus the melodic. And then this is like, I think this is like an EQ, if I'm not mistaken. And then of course you can pan your tracks and do the whole nine. So it's a full station to work in. Of course, it's super portable. You already know that. It's got a little speaker built in the top. It's two speakers in the bottom. It sounds okay. I mean, obviously it's gonna be better putting headphones into it or putting a speaker into it. It's gonna sound really good. But so yeah, so that's that. And you have 8 tracks. So like I have my drums, I have different parts of drums. If you don't need 4 tracks for drums, you could do 3 on drums, or maybe 1 if you just want to put it all on the same one. And then of course you could sample in, you could have samples going across. The thing about the sampling is they don't have proper sample chopping, so you have to put a sample in for 20 seconds or less, make copies of it, or just record multiple parts. So one way to work with that is, I was talking to Henny the Business, if you know him, and what he does is he takes the SP404, chops the samples on there. You could also use Koala, and then just record each sample chop into your pads here, and then just play them, sequence them in here. So that's one way to do it. I would probably use Koala, but I'm going to use the SP404 also, just because I like the SP404 effects. And you could put, you could get your vinyl crackles or whatever you want. And on here, you do have a lo-fi effect, but it's not the same. You only got 2 effects. You can use it for the whole thing, per track. So, or per song you make. You only got 2 effects total. So it's kind of limited in that way. But this is built to be a sequencer. That's where it shines. If you don't like sequencer workflows, I would say don't get it, because it's not worth it if you're not going to use a sequencer at all. I mean, it kind of is pointless at that point to have it. So now we can go ahead and mix this portion of it. I'm on track 6, so it corresponds to that. So I'll bring it down just a little bit. The volume. And some people have figured out ways to get like their whole song done in here. If you're just sample based doing stuff and you're not really playing the instrument, I think it'd be easier to get songs done in here, because you're just making parts, right? And building your chops and your drums. So if you just got chops and drums, maybe you do a bass line or something over it, then you really don't need a lot of tracks, so you'll be good. Now, if you start trying to do full-on production, you're gonna have to go use something else, and that's where, you know, you could use the iPad or you could use Koala or whatever you want to use to do it. So let's find something for 7. This is one of my favorite presets, or favorite engines, synth engines. It's like strings. I actually like it. If you get bored of that sound, you can either go in and tweak all these sounds using this, or you can scramble it. And that just means it kind of just like randomly gives you a sound. Hit it again. So if you're like me and you're not good at making sounds, yes, well, absolutely, Crazy Rabbit. If it keeps crashing, I will definitely send it back. So far, that's the first one I've had, and it happened on stream, which I'm kind of glad it happened, because there's some people, oh, it doesn't. I hear some, and I'm really tired of fanboys who, oh, it doesn't crash. Stop lying. It does crash. It may not crash often, and you may be okay with it and be fine with it, but it does have moments. And I'll say the same to any company. If it crashes, I'm not going to lie about it. It's just what it is. It crashes. Every device has moments, right? But we're talking about if it continues to keep crashing, that's a whole different beast. And yes, it will go back. Because what I love about it is the sequencer. That's the best part about it to me. And I always wanted something portable and small. And there's other sequencers. I saw one on your video too, Crazy Rabbit. What's the one you use that I can't think of the name of it right now? I saw you using a sequencer on your stream, and I almost was gonna get that one before I got this again. But when they said they fixed the crash, and I was kind of like, well, I kind of like it. What was the one you? Oh my God, I can't think of the one you have. It's got the lights, the pads. It's kind of small, portable. Yes, the OPXY Instrument 1 or whatever. What do you think about that? I was going to ask you about that, but I haven't got a chance to talk to you about it. You're right. At this price point, it shouldn't crash. And that's why I don't encourage people to go get it unless they really like it. I really like it, but I am still not a fanboy, and I will send something back if it's just not working. And so right now I've only had it once so far, so I'm gonna respect that one time. But if it does it again on just random stuff, yeah, I'll have to send it back. It's too pricey for that. Oh, Oxy is my goat. Love it. Nice. It looks cool. I don't really know much about it. Other than that, I know it has some great features from what I've seen. It's supported heavily. I saw it. Now, that's for sure. Every time I subscribe to their channel just because I like to see what they do, and it's definitely supported. Constant updates, absolutely, and new features. Bluetooth, battery operated, lots of modes. Yeah, it's on my list of possible ones I might actually get. If this one don't work out, I might just go with it instead. But I think it was something I was not feeling. It was something like only has 4 tracks. That was the only thing that was kind of like I didn't really care for. because this one has 8, and that was part of the reason why I never messed with. I got sick of the OP1 feel. Was 4 tracks was just not enough if you're trying to really do something with it. But I know it's a sequencer. I know, it has like the Euclidean modes and the different ones in there. I know a little bit about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just put that in. What note is that? I love the honesty. Learning curves a bit steep at first, but once you get a hang, it's a lifter. But it's a sequencer only. Yeah, no, that's true, and I'm fine with that. Like, so what I was hoping for was that the SP404, that the Roland would update the sequencer in the actual SP404 and give us a few things they put in the P6, right? All we need in the P6, all we need in the SP404 is to be able to nudge notes a little better. Because well, first of all, you can't. So micro timing, we need micro timing. It would be nice to get time stretch, but I'm not counting on that. But micro timing for sure. And then what was the other thing? I was like, we need this. That's the biggest one for me, is the micro timing, being able to do that. The Octatrack. Okay, yes, I have considered the Octatrack. Part of the problem why I didn't get the Octatrack is because people always say, "Oh my God, it's the hardest thing to use," and then I hear some people say, "No, it's not that hard." People, but yeah, I do think the Octatrack will be fun. I question one thing with it, and I think it was that they don't have zero snap crossing. So you have to really, you can get a lot of clicks and pops, and you got to really do a lot of adjusting. And I don't mind that to some degree, but that was kind of a downfall with the Electron's Digitac 2, was the same thing. Because they didn't put zero snap crossing in that thing, you were constantly fighting a note and trying to, oh, it does have zero snap crossing? Wow, I didn't know that. Well, then never mind. I retract that statement. I did not realize that it had it. Somebody was telling me that, I think it was John Makes Beats or whatever, said it had like, what was he said? I was watching a video about Red Music Core. It's on. Man, I need to look at that video then. I definitely need to look at that. Because I did not know that. Oh, let me turn. Oh, it's already off. I thought the metronome was on. Something that is cool here too is that you can set the there's different grooves they have. You can set which one you want. Of course, you can tap the tempo. A lot of people don't realize it has tap tempo. You can tap the button here. I think it's on the, it's like normal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll set the tempo, and then you can adjust or even turn it to, if you hit shift, you have your micro timing, or is that what they call it? Something like that. But anyway, yeah, so you got that in there, and then of course your metronome, click here to turn it on and then adjust the volume. So or turn it off. Go back to this mixer. I want to turn that down low. really like low end theory. This low end theory. These are all drums. Pretty cool. I like them. I mean, I have some drums in here too I can use, but he did a nice job on demoing it. Yeah, I need to watch that video because I honestly just haven't. And I heard everybody says the Octatrack's the GOAT. The Octatrack is this, the Octatrack, and I'm like, but then they'll turn right around and say, but it's so hard to learn. And I'm like, okay, is it the GOAT or is it hard to learn? Like, give me something, give me hope, okay, that it's like possible. I mean, I learned the SP404 and I hear people say that's hard to learn. And I get it because it was hard. It took me like 2 months to get decent at it. And it took a while to really like learn the sequencer. But now it's so much easier to do now because the way they made it, you can loop on, well, first of all, you can do up to 16 minutes per pad. So you can put whatever you want on there and perform with it, but full songs or whatever. But you can also, you know, set a loop for each pad and then just record into it for that loop. So it's so easy. I used to just record my bass into it and my guitar. Hey, life is hard to learn. So anything I was gonna say anything worth having is worth learning, but no, it's true. But sometimes we need, sometimes our mind needs harder stuff, and sometimes we don't want that kind of stuff. It's just part of it. So yeah, learning is different, but I'm okay with learning something as long as it's not like I just don't like when the people that are so good at using it be like, well, it's so hard to learn. And I'm like, well, I was hoping you were gonna be the one to teach me to learn it the right way. I do like Ricky Tynes. Yeah, he does a good job at utilizing skip back on the SP. I like some of his stuff on Electron and the SP that he did. And then I think his name is Ura. He does like ambient music. I like his stuff. He used the SP on a video and he was showing how to make like ambient music with it. And he did really good. I was like impressed by, because I usually hear people do hip hop with it mostly. But I was impressed by what he did. There's a workaround here that I haven't talked about much. I did a video where, yeah, he's cool. Ura is cool. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ura. I did a video about using this versus Drumbo, and I'll be honest with you, Drumbo acts as a MIDI sequencer. So you could use, I mean, I'm trying to get away from the screen as much as I can. Obviously, I'm sitting there on the screen looking at one too, but trying to get something that isn't the same as working on the computer. Because the problem is once you're on the computer and you're doing stuff there, it's easy to just get a song done. But this challenges me in a different way. So that's the reason why I do like the hardware. See, these sounds take a long time. They just take so long to load. I know that's already frustrating. See, I'm still waiting on this. This is like so MPC-like. What'd you say? Let's see. Time to get a traders if you don't want a screen. TR8? Oh. Oh, yeah. No, I don't mind this little screen. I'm talking about, because I'm not even really looking at that screen, to be honest, that much. I'm mostly looking at this iPad, watching you guys, or seeing what you're saying. Yeah. No, you're right, though. I mean, I'm not sure why this particular one. Look at this. I don't know if it's the machine or this plugin, but look at this. It's skipping notes. Oh my gosh. And maybe this preset, but this is weird. Like, I'm being honest, that's really weird. The multi-sample thing is tweaking me out because you would think it would just be working, but it's like, nope. Look at this. I love a harp too. A good harp, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to harp on it, but it's not. I wanted this ambient guitar. I actually like that one. But I can't play it because it keeps disappearing for some reason. I wonder if it's like a setting he's got here. Let me see. In this preset. Nope. It's like, what notes work? It's only 3 notes that work? That's weird. Yeah, so a little frustrated with that part of it. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's this multi-sample or if it's the box itself. It's a little frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. Was it you or someone else had an issue with notes skipping on that? I've heard double triggers. Some people had double triggers. So here's what I'm looking at. It could be this preset. So these 3 notes work. There's nothing here. Literally nothing. I'm moving down octaves, move up some octaves. Okay, here's some notes that's working. But it's not the keys that's the problem on here. It's not the physical notes, not. It's this preset that doesn't have but 3 notes in it. And I would like to know why. Now these notes aren't triggering. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so issues like that will cause me to send it back. I think I have I don't think I have expectations like the average user, and I'm cool with waiting on things when at times, but there is a measure of stuff that needs to be fixed immediately. I think it's that preset though. Whatever that preset is, I think it's that one because these other presets have no problem. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's probably that preset. Sad, because that's the one I liked. The multi is. This one's working. So yeah, it's whatever that preset is. I'll have to reach out to the and it could be because I think he might have released a, no, he didn't. This is Sound Ghost stuff. I thought he might have released an update. I might reach out to him and see if I can tell him. Because that guitar amp, that ambient guitar he made is actually kind of nice for. All right, let's do this. Let's make 4-track. Yeah, it's the preset. That's not a. Oh, by the way, that preset is not Teenage Engineering preset. That preset is from Sound Ghost. He's a independent person, has nothing to do with Teenage Engineering. So every preset for that cost. So it's not for the cost of the device because that doesn't come with the device. But I'm just like, why is that preset not fully working? So it's just one preset in that pack, and it's not from Teenage Engineering. So just so I make that clear, I'm not saying it's. I thought it was I thought it was this keyboard messing up, but then when I did another preset, it worked fine. So it's something with that preset, and it's not from TE. All right, cool. Clear that up. All right, so now I can go through pages, and if I see something I want to fix or change or whatever, I can change it using the step components, right? So hit shift, hit that component, and then pick one down here. Like I might want it to trigger only every, I want to trigger every 4th time. So it's not gonna. See, it skipped it. That's good. Skipped it again. So on the 4th round, it'll get it. That's the 3rd. Here's the 4th. See, it did it there. So it's working. And I know Crazy Rabbit, you know this, but like having those step components is like huge on this type of device because you're only working with maximum, I think, 64, which is like 8 bars basically. So you got to learn to work within. It's a challenge, right? To work within that. You just tuned in. What's up, Remy Vega? Missed the first hour or so. You keeping the OPX? Good question. Am I keeping it? Well, this is my first day with it, so I had it my first day since I got it again. I got it cheaper, like I was saying in the beginning. I got it cheaper than I got it for the a really good used cost. So I don't see why I wouldn't unless something is wrong with it. But I have 30 days to figure that out, and so far it's been nothing but my user errors that have been, and one issue with somebody else's preset that has nothing to do with TE. So yeah, so far it's good. I'm using my keyboard, which you guys can't see is off screen, just because I'm trying to make more room on this little small desk so you can see the device. I'll be doing stuff with the SP, so this isn't the only thing I'm doing, but just for today, I'm doing this right here. I want to mix it up more. And the one crash, yeah. So at least we only got one crash so far. It does have an auto save in it though, so that's kind of cool. So you typically won't lose your work, which is good. There's a huge auto save they built into it. I think that's good. 2 more crashes, curb it. I love it. Crazy Rabbit, you speak truth. I have to give you yeah, if it crashes like that again, keep doing that. I'm out for sure. Ah, word, the use market is the way to go. Yeah, use market is the way to go. Do not buy it new if you can't, if you can hold out. Yeah, unfortunately the Digitag had to go. So here's the problem I have with the Digitag. I love the Digitag for the step sequencer. It was amazing. But I don't know when Electron's gonna ever add a manual chopping in that thing. And if they never add manual chopping, I would not want it. Because then I gotta go chop somewhere else and then bring it back in there. Because I didn't like the grid chopping, the time stretch thing